This is the Leo Climaco Podcast.
Shout out to Rage Against the Machine.
To our entrepreneurs that are there, right? Because I truly believe that entrepreneurs have the power to actually shift a lot of things.
I think they're the only ones who have the power.
Yeah.
We're the only ones taking risks. Look
because
at Elon.
because you're so out of the box.
Yeah.
Right? Allowing, for example, just us being here and doing this. Right? And it's just not remembering that it's just not normal. It feels normal because when with other entrepreneurs.
And we're so used to it.
But you're looking at others and just like, it's just not normal.
Bro, it's Saturday night. You and I are here in the studio talking, recording, producing, creating content. Who's doing that? Very few people.
Yeah.
You know, who cares this much?
Because you have this place that you're no longer of service. And I think one of the I've been noticing this, right? You know, the whole thing with the election and everything happening, and it's like this bad rep that some people have of businesses. Oh, you know about businesses and stuff. I'm like, can you also remember that like good businesses, great businesses at the core are there to serve. The heart of an entrepreneur is really there to like who I want to serve. Yes, there's some just about money. I'm not gonna, like it is what it is. But you have a lot more that also have the heart to serve. You're seeing a problem and you want to solve it. It's not I'm looking at how can I make money. And you have some people like that, yes. But the businesses that grow and actually there for a long time is because they saw a problem and decide to solve it and serve the people and better and better. And in the marketplace, rewarded those people. And then at some point, the marketplace can also say, forget you.
Right.
And then this business is going to do this, But I believe that there's literally this place where we all called to do more. If you're afraid to go and pursue what God gave you, what you feel deep inside you should do, whether it's start a business, write a book, launch a podcast, start shooting content because of the perception of others, or you live by this old adage of live happy, live hidden.
Right.
Which is like, so you're just living for yourself. Mm-hmm. You are never going to share your story so that others can feel like, oh, I'm not alone.
Oh, I don't want to. I don't like the attention. It's too embarrassing.
I'm like, I feel like it's selfish because I'm like, there's literally people dying because they think they're alone and they're the only one with this issue or this problem. And you've already solved it. You've already went through the fire and solved it. And you just sharing your story to something as simple as a podcast allows them to go now and say, oh, wow, I can come from Brazil and
or
make
Africa.
It. Oh, yeah, I can do that. Right? I can write books and not have English be my first language.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But if you never go and actually show that it's possible or that you've done it because you're afraid of the attention that it might bring in, then what are we here for?
All right, Julien, give me a summary. How do you win a war?
You win the war by winning a lot of different battles. We talked about the battle of trauma. We talked about the battle of belonging, right? We talk about the battle of addiction, of burnout and balance, of worthiness, and then scarcity, the pit of poverty, money. You're a whore of money. That's a big battle, right?
Huge.
They can dingle a couple more, dollars in front of you. You're like, okay, I'll do it. Versus knowing it's just like, no, you told your wife you need to be at home, or you told your kids you would take them to the game, but because you got a project now that can bring you a couple $1,000s, you're going to sacrifice your family for this.
Many females have done. I'm not trying to pick on females, but many females have chosen to devalue themselves and completely make themselves worthless by having OnlyFans accounts, by exposing their bodies online for money and allowing that to become natural and normal, and allowing themselves to be worshipped and have all these karmic connections to all these men. I don't think we quite understand how damaging this is. And I really do believe that 10, 15 years, we're going to see a lot of the repercussion of this. A lot of depressed women, because all these women are now currently young, right? They're like early 20s, really, really young. Let them get to their 30s, late 30s. We're going to see a big, big problem in nobody wanting these women because they just devalue themselves. How do you combat that? Right? How do you, as one of those women, how do you regain the value? How do you regain the worth? You got to start by making a change. Choosing something else. Choosing a new path. Don't allow your past to determine who you are. Learn those lessons, make the shift, and move on. And learn to slowly rebuild yourself and regain the value and worthiness that you should have. I took a left there, but sorry. I thought it fit.
Hey, I don't know that world, but I agree that there's a lot of devaluation.
Yeah.
Same thing with men. You start, there's this saying that says that every man feels like a wallet and every woman feels like a vagina. The man feels like the woman just wants more money, and the woman thinks like, you just want me for sex. Yes, that's even in marriages.
And you know what? It's not all lies.
No, but
There's
it's
a lot
not,
of truth in there.
But it's not necessarily accurate, right? Yes, there's a place of provide and protect, and there's a place of intimacy and connection, right? Like oftentimes, the more powerful a man is, the more he needs to have intimacy and connection with his wife.
Yeah.
But if you know what I mean, and if he does have that, then he is solid to be able to go now and hunt. But if he doesn't have it, and it's just all messed up in his head, right? Because now he has the temptation, and he has not transmuted his sexual energy, and he's just like, but he has a wife, but then there's women here, and then they're open and available, and it's just messing with his energy.
Yeah.
They can't just be like, I'm taken care of at home, home is taken care of too, I can go to war. I'm fine.
Inner war. Because the war today is not, we're thankful and blessed to be living in a time where we don't have the kinds of wars that we had 200, 150 years ago, 300 years ago, 500 years ago, right? We don't have these wars, these brutal, barbaric wars.
I don't know. I think I've been great in those times.
Say it again.
I think I'll be great in those times. Give me an axe. Give me a sword.
No, I'm not saying you wouldn't succeed. I'm saying you don't have the need to go and do that.
There's also not a need to be an entrepreneur.
No, I disagree.
It's a decision to go and to do it because of the call that you have inside, right? None of us were called. None of us were like.
What I'm trying to say
do it.
is that the definition of warrior has changed. Right? It's we're fighting a different war.
We're fighting a different war.
That's really what I mean. Yeah. We're fighting a different war. It's no longer the war of, land and nations, and it's now the war within.
Yeah, I feel like this war is a lot trickier.
100%, because you're battling yourself.
Yeah, but you're also battling outside experiences that you don't even know are attacking you.
Yeah.
Social media is the craziest thing. The addiction that it creates, the conditioning that it creates, that you don't even know that you're being conditioned little by little by little by little. You're getting primed little by little by little, right? That you don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's very hard. And so you get to this place of like, oh, wow, there's such a conditioning, happening. And I have to unplug. Because otherwise, I'm not even aware of all those battles. I'm just not aware. I'm still asleep. Because they want me to be asleep.
Wake up!
Yeah. Unplug from the matrix.
Julien, what can people do to get a copy of our war map?
It's a great question.
You can go to my 360, leoclimaco360.com, or to Julien's 360 at
Julien Inspires
360.com. And there'll be a pop-up for you to automatically download a PDF version, much prettier than this, I guarantee you, of our new war/battle zone PDF, giving you the full breakdown of what each battle is and how to go through each battle and attack each one so you can win this war. Julien and I are going to be here for you every single day, talking about this on podcasts, on lives, on our posts, on our events. We are here to lead, to guide, to pave the way, to teach others about the inner battle and how to win it.